Want to play again one pocket?
Sure.
Figure break the ice on that. Want to hear about what you're interested in improving in.
Yeah.
If you had anything in mind in particular.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try one pocket.
Have you practiced your break at all?
With one pocket?
Yeah.
I've never hit the one pocket break.
Okay.
I have a general sense of how it goes, kind of high inside, head ball, or second ball, I don't actually
Yeah,
know.
maybe just a hair of inside, that might be a little close in there,
Okay.
maybe. I would tend to go right in here.
Okay, so you're a little below it.
That's really good, but the problem is there's more scratches.
Sure.
Right, so out here is good. And, yeah, inside, maybe just a half a tip high or a quarter tip high, but 3 tips of inside.
Yeah.
And then barely hit the one. And I usually, I pick a spot like in here.
Right.
And then, my,
Limit options up there.
yeah, and put all your focus on the cue ball and the aim.
Is it like a quarter of the one ball? Is it like an eighth of it? Because you said thin.
Yeah, well, with all the inside, you're gonna be aiming like a quarter or a half, depending on how hard you hit it.
Okay.
But you're barely gonna hit it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little fat. I mean, it turned out pretty good. Try it again. Yeah, so what are you thinking you want to learn the most or work on the most?
I gotta work my cue ball.
Okay, good.
I really gotta drill down on the cue ball right now. I feel like I'm shooting straight. I feel like my mechanics are okay. I think my alignment, my sighting are okay. You know, you can always like drill fundamentals. You can always work on stance or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. They interviewed Filler after something that he won recently, and they're like, "What are you working on?" He was like, "My stance." And everybody's like, "What are you talking about? You're so still. Like you barely move." But like, if you're working on his stance, and there's got to be something to that.
There you
A
go.
little better, right? Okay, so you really want to come into, you want to get pretty deep into this.
Yeah, on the new cloth, it's not gonna grab as
I
good,
noticed
right?
that,
Yeah.
I mean, you're okay here, right? You're not gonna.
Well, yeah, he didn't leave me an easy safe off of anything here,
Yeah.
and then all he left me was the one, and I gotta dig in and risk scratching, unless I were to, put you up here because,
Sure. There's
Yeah.
not really anything on.
well, there's a combo that, I would shoot that combo if I was getting that shot, but over here,
If the 9 blocks the 7.
yeah, it's not horrible.
That's something I see people do a lot in one pocket is they'll like kick into something. You know, they'll like kick into the 7 ball or something like that, and I just don't see those.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot too.
Right? Like, but I just don't. I'll see them do it in the video. I'm like, whoa, I would never even attempt that.
Right. Would have been good if I didn't scratch.
So the fouls, there's like a minus, there's a -1, 2, and 3 in one pocket, right? Or you like lose points or you spot balls. I guess I don't know how that works either.
Okay, yeah, each foul / scratch is loss of a point,
Okay.
and nothing spots unless something went in.
Sure.
If you made one in my pocket, then that ball would actually come out plus one of yours, or you'd owe one
Okay.
on top of that. But I don't know what, I never heard plus one, -1.
I've
2,
just
3.
seen, from the videos I've seen, they'll put -1 up on the screen sometimes just to show that somebody had to subtract a point. I guess I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, cause maybe it means they owe 1, 2, or 3, if they don't have any balls to spot.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
brings you out here?
Family, I'm from Dover.
Oh, okay.
And, Dover invited me out and, you know, he likes to make sure I'm doing good. We always have a good time together.
It's wholesome out here, man.
Oh, man.
It's good country.
It sure is. Makes me think about opening a pool hall out here and moving back out here. So nice.
Yeah.
Were you playing out it for that 14?
I was playing on the 14. It's just kind of a little excited about it.
Yeah. This thing I was helping Dover with the aim, I got these, a friend of a friend.
So
makes
what's,
these.
yeah.
Okay, you just slide it up under the ball that you're trying to make till it catches.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so you can really visualize the
Yeah.
contact point.
Yeah. I call it the spot on the table. And then you just aim at that. Sometimes you have to aim outside a little bit because the collision-induced throw will actually push it. It's a great teaching aid.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cue pocket. The guy makes them and sells them 3D. Everything's 3D printed. Well, you got yourself in a little.
Yeah. So I really just, strategy-wise, I want to either put you in the stack or I want to like spin off the 6 and keep you on your side. But I don't want to give you the 14. Or I send you up table. I don't want to give you a look at the 1.
Yeah, if you can put some pressure on me, if you can rearrange the furniture, that's never a bad idea.
Drive things toward my pocket, but
Yeah.
keep you on your side.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, even just pushing into the stack, but keeping you over here, because the 2 ball's gonna row close to mine. So I can just play into the 4.
Yeah, you could either do that and hold the cue ball here, try to leave me up on top, or you could draw back here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the opening break all
This
over.
sort of limits, yeah, keeping you in the stack, right, then it limits your
Oh,
options.
pretty good, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that. But yeah, I definitely want to look out for that.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
Is my phone going off?
That's not mine.
Okay. I'll look here. Yeah, I could have maybe used a follow and break something out instead.
Yeah, it needs some developing for you, right? Because that's not really.
Yeah, I was thinking get a little bit angle on this, and then I could have gone into the 3. Now I can play it for the bank, but that 2 ball's there for you.
Yeah.
So I could even elevate,
Hop over.
draw back for like the 1, but I'm just gonna do it. Just try it. Yeah, okay. Maybe asking too much. Have you seen those front extensions yet by James Hampshire?
I have. I've seen a couple different versions of those.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty cool. I think it, takes practice like anything else to get a feel for it. But
Yeah, I kind of like them. And then with a little bit of a softer tip than he was using, he did one for me like that to get a better draw, and a better hit. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's where everything's your shot. I don't think you owe any.
no.
Nor do I. Think about banking the 4 and moving the 3 out of there.
Yeah, like banking the 4 up and then put you over here.
If you can go get the left side of the 3, looks like you can. Yeah, kind of like pocket speed
Yeah.
on the 4.
It's gonna send the 3 up table, but at least it contains the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little harder. Tony Troyan will probably fire this ball with no care for the 7. But old school players would never do that. He probably wouldn't even do that unless he's seen him real good. I could do the 3-1. But that's too close, so I wouldn't do that. shoot the 2 ball out of there. Bank the 4 into the 2. Well, might not even hit the 2, actually. But if I just kick into the 7, that's gonna leave you out. Open up a little bit.
This is the pressure you were talking about, right? Where you're opening it without giving me a good option.
Yeah, I didn't put a whole lot of pressure on you because you're open, you're not on the rail.
Yeah.
And there's a lot you can do.
Yeah.
But at least I just developed the ball towards my hole. Got that combo out of the way. Not that it was dead for you, but just open it up.
Think about sending the 11 back down. Keep you on this side of the 5.
Yeah, that could be good if you got the angle to hold it. You can snug me up in there, then that could put some pressure on me. You might even make the 7.
Right.
Pretty good shot.
Whoa, they really slide.
Yeah, that's like, and you think already like a 1 bucket veteran, and it's your first game. I love it.
I like the strategic stuff, you know, like I said, 8 ball, like bar box 8 ball, it's such a thinking game. And I've always been attracted to 1 bucket, but I just never had a chance to try.
I was around a lot of 1 pocket guys growing up around DC,
Right.
so I got some pretty good philosophy stuff. This one guy, bus driver Ronnie, he was really good. He beat Strawberry. That was one of his claim to fame. Strawberry Brooks. So the end rail is always a good spot to leave somebody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just
Okay.
we call it a hand rest. This one Jack White guy said hand rest. He puts you on the end rail.
Okay.
Well, I might have left you. No, that's your pocket. So
Yeah, I
it's
want
not
to
really
put
a bank.
you.
One good area for leaving me. If you leave me
Sure.
up in here and there's a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and if you do it over and over and over again, I hate being up here.
Well, yeah, it doesn't give you a lot to work with. So am I thinking about coming off the 4 to put you up there?
Oh, like bank the 4 up that way?
Or just touch the 4 and put you near the 3?
You could do that, or you could just roll the 3 in and then the 3 spots.
I see.
You know?
That is probably safer. Rail first on the 3. Well, I don't want to put you behind the 4.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah,
Just roll the 3.
maybe just hit it.
Yeah, playing
Soft.
the spot. Just getting a ball off away from up table.
Yeah, keeping them in play.
See, that's exactly what I didn't want.
Does that roll off at all? I'm just curious.
Maybe.
Because you might have played, if you played it on the
I was
outside
trying to go
there.
full on the inside, yeah. It might
It
have.
might have rolled off, huh?
Yeah, give yourself the 4.
Oh, you didn't scratch? Did you scratch?
No, it just,
Oh,
I left you right behind the 4.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't know where exactly was it.
Yeah, in there somewhere.
Okay.
You had a little bit of a back cut.
Okay. Alright, well this has to be made because of your 7 ball.
Yeah, and you got good shape options off it.
It'd be nice if I could break those out at some point and get a shot. It's always a good idea to stay above the balls when you're running
Sure.
out in 1 pocket.
Are you trying to shape the 3 here?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, get under it, and then come back across for the 11.
And then the 11 on the side could, well, I guess you might.
Just come across. Well, actually, or could come out here and actually use the 3, break them up, but they
If
don't.
you get above it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay above it a little bit. can actually draw straight back to the 11. Don't really have to break up, but you can come up with 10. Weasel in for the 10. I'm not gonna do that. If the 2 doesn't go, I can bank the 7. Yeah, I think I can do that. Just get it underneath.
Just tap the 7 here.
Yeah, since I only need 1 and
Yeah, you might as well, right? Because it
You're
doesn't
more-
leave me anything.
yeah, I mean,
Done.
might have a cut on the 10 actually. I can hit it a little softer though. Yep. Too fast. But I didn't leave you on a 10. Could bank the 8 back to your hole.
Yeah, and then just
A little
keep
bit.
you
Yeah,
up here, like you said, because you're not gonna have anything playable.
yeah. Good shot.
That corner might dip a little bit too.
Oh, yeah. He's actually gonna redo the table because we felt the slate once in a while stops the ball, and he's a perfectionist.
It's a little ridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine had that too.
If I could just give you that ball, just shoot it in, leave the cue ball there.
Okay, and that would give up your turn, but then it doesn't leave me anything really.
Yeah, doesn't give you option off. I could even try to play you safe up in here, so you can't get the 7 away so easy, but then you could kick at it. And you could bank 10 easy. I'd rather just leave you in the, near the pocket. Move that roll off.
That's what I said, I think that corner dips.
Yep. So that one actually does come up.
The
though.
8 spots and you
And
lose
this one
one.
of mine, yeah.
Are these playable with extreme draw?
What?
Like
yeah.
if you can throw that and draw it like in part topspin. I haven't experimented with it a
Absolutely.
lot, but I've seen that go. Not that it'll go in my pocket here, but
The general rule for aiming is lined up with this diamond. Well, that's your pocket, so it'd be this diamond.
yeah.
Yeah, if it went, and then just straight draw.
Yeah, I'll have to try to practice that. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So I have to open these up because these won't open up in a way that helps me.
Well, unless you hit the right side of the 8, and the 4 ball goes down, you
Sure,
and you
okay.
get the 7.
That's right. That's actually probably better than doing these because then I stay on the correct side of it.
Although if you hit the right side of the 12, then the 2 goes down, and you'll probably get out.
The 2 and the 5.
It might be a little easier because it's less of an angle trying to open up.
More forbidding going into the 12 than that specific side of the 8 ball.
And then you could also, depending on how fast you go, you don't want to scratch off the 8. So you'd have to be cognizant of your speed. Or you could just play shape on the 7 and try to get your 2 balls. But it doesn't really give you a chance to win.
No, I think I gotta develop things here, right? I can't
Yeah.
do too much else.
You kind of didn't push.
Yeah, not much of a reward.
Yeah, but
I think the 12 too full, I guess.
yeah.
But two's playable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come off the 12. I'm not really gonna sell anything out.
You might even, get through this little window off the 12 with follow off that rail.
Oh, to stay below it? I was thinking about playing off the 12 and get above it.
Yeah,
Shape the 12.
that's gonna be tough because you're hitting so low on the 12, but you might be able to bank the 12 across to break those up. I'm just thinking your 2 is so thin, you're gonna hit it pretty deep on that 12,
Yeah.
and you can use follow to come across and give yourself a chance. But if you see your shot, if you think it's on,
Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't normally think about doing that. That's, I think what's missing, Max, is just like knowledge. You know what I mean? Like just certain situations where I'm not considering like a carom or a billiard or
yeah.
something that lots of players are used to, but
Well, a lot of those shots,
I didn't use it.
you learn them because of mistakes, because
Well,
you
for
run into a ball and it doesn't happen the way you saw it.
For sure.
And then you just see patterns, oh, if I do that, it's gonna do this.
That's something that Alex, he had me playing carom ball a little bit, and I was like, wow, my tangents are way off. Like I'm just misjudging so many of these lines, and I think I was just compensating for so long. Like I just gotten used to working around that. Wow.
Good speed though.
Yeah.
And when you say carom ball, is that, are you talking about reverse pool, kiss pool?
Basically kiss pool, so yeah, like
Yeah.
rack up 15, you have to make the shot and then call the ball that you're rolling into
Yeah.
after, and that's the only way you continue your run. And you have to make all.
You carom the object ball, the cue ball into the pocket? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
What
like,
are you doing?
I guess that's probably reverse pool. Carom
Yeah.
ball is like, you shoot a ball in the pocket, so like imagine the 12's not there, you would
Yeah.
say, I'm gonna make a 5, and I'm gonna hit the cue ball hit the 7 ball.
And you're gonna shoot it next, or you're just gonna hit it?
Just that's the ball you're
I've
running
never
into.
heard of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And that's the sequence, so you gotta continue to run. If you make that ball, you get 3 lives. If you miss a ball, or you miss the carom,
Mhm.
that's 1 life lost.
Oh,
And if you lose 3 lives, you're done. The last shot of the rack, you have to make the object ball and scratch the cue ball. And that's the full completion of all 15. It's nuts, man. It's
Dude, that's
a
great.
brutal game. But it's like, I played a few racks of that and I was like, I don't know where the balls are going. Like, how did I get through this long, not really knowing what's happening? It's an amazing way to drain out those flaws.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have to start playing that.
Yeah.
All right, so, first thing I'm gonna look at, can I get both of these balls out of there? Problem is that the 5 goes into the pocket, or I could try to play the 5 there and double it out of there. It's not a bad shot. Or I could just hide you behind the 12, because I don't necessarily wanna get rid of these balls out of my
Right, yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Or I could kick that 12 out of there, but I have to masse, which isn't bad. And then there's no need for me to open these. Well, I think I need 2,
Yes.
so I don't want to necessarily for you to have all the balls available. So I kind of like the masse. And there wasn't an easy bank there because the 7 was blocking the 5.
Just send 7 back, leave you in your corner
Where are you gonna send it?
into the 5. Because I can't get it back here. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that if that's on, but I was thinking, bank the 7 here into the 5,
Mhm.
cue ball goes here, and leave you kind of in your corner, just limit your options.
Even better yet, if you could put me here with the cue ball, if you're able to avoid the 7, put me right in here. Right?
Okay.
Instead of just leaving me open, because I'm in my hole, but if there's nothing blocking me, it'd be better if you put pressure on me.
And it's a simpler shot too, right? And I just play the 12 and leave you on the backside of the 5 and the 7.
Oh, well, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking you bank the 7 into the 5, like you said.
Right.
And then stun the cue ball over here.
Okay.
Right? It could be tricky if that, you know, if there's a double kiss here, that's not good then. But it's something, that shot always comes up when the whole stack is here.
Right.
You have a ball, you bank it, open the stack towards your hole, and then lead me back
I'll
up
get
here.
you real back into the stack. What's the advantage of doing that over just rolling the 12 and leaving you on the backside of the 5 and 7?
Where are you gonna roll the 12 to?
Table.
Oh, up there. I mean, you're gonna put me back here tight?
Yeah, or just on the rail.
Well, just on the rail leaves me too open. Right, because now I can do a bunch of stuff. But if you leave me on a ball, now I'm forced to do this. Like, anytime you can leave me frozen on a ball is way better,
Sure.
right? And bus driver Ronnie always told me, like, he's not trying to do that, right? He's always trying to freeze. That was like his secret weapon.
Right.
If you can really freeze on the back of a ball, it's so powerful.
So we're talking about banking the 7 into the 5, and the cue ball's gonna
Well, that double kiss might be on though.
just feels tight.
Yeah, it's real tight, plus you don't have a lot of room here.
You're asking a lot of the cue ball.
I tell you what I kind of like, or at least I look at, is banking the 12 into the 4, just hard enough to open it and just slide up there. That way you're developing all the ball, opening all the balls for you. Try,
Getting closer to my side and sending you up top. Okay.
and at least opening them, right? So once you give me. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was thinking if you could have slid down, but what you did helped you get the cue ball out of the way.
I don't have a feel for it yet, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just sliding a little more than I'm tracking.
Yeah.
So.
It's easy to draw, right, when you're trying to slide.
You should have seen it because Fiddlesticks, they had just redone the cloth. Everybody was complaining all night because it was brand new.
Wait,
And I was eating it up, like I like how it feels, but you have to know how to play on it.
was that yesterday, today?
No, 2 weeks ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can make that 12 without touching the 4, I don't know if I can though. But if I hit it real soft, if it rolls straight, then that's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, still not a bad finish though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a double shot. If I make it, I win probably. A little pressure on you. I guess
Kick off the 7 into the 12.
Oh, the cue ball to the 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Something like that. I mean, I gotta get you on that side.
can you do like a ticky?
That's kind of what I was thinking is
Yeah.
sort of kiss off the 7 to get in there.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't slide in right towards the pocket. You might want to hit the speed in case it takes off straight,
Yeah.
to where
It's
it
gonna slide
doesn't
a little
scratch,
bit.
right? Oh, hold on, wait a second. What if you stop shot at the 7? Is the 12 keeping it in place?
Right.
Okay, yeah, just checking.
It might. No. Yeah. It
It looks too dangerous, because the 12 is gonna keep it where it is.
Yeah. It might because it might hit the 12 and keep it right in front of that. Yeah. That's an example of that's something that I wouldn't.
There's another shot though, because when you hit the 7, you're gonna hit it soft, and it's gonna stay around my hole. If you could do low and stop it, and then you could get the 7 totally out of there, if you could keep it right here.
Like a kick and stick kind of thing, and you're
Yeah.
I still have you below the 12.
Yeah,
Sure.
at least it's an option,
Right.
but then you might leave me like a bank 5 into the 12 combo, so that might not be so good.
But I'd rather you be shooting that than the 7 hanging in the pocket, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
It's kind of a fusion of both, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wanted to come off the 7 to keep you below the 12. I can hit it a little firmer, I don't have to rely on the roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it out of there.
That's cool.
And here, well, I could just do the bank, but I'm forced to sell out if I don't make the bank.
Right.
Unless I could try to hide you up under the 7. That's dangerous too, to leave you on the 7.
Do you try to do both? You try to get me under the 7 and make the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
The good thing about this is there's a lot of distance, and if it's real tight pockets, that shot becomes tougher, plus that puts a lot of pressure on your shot.
Yeah, because they're your 2 that you need.
It's still a shot though, I mean, you still have a shot to at least make it and get around for the 8, bank the 12. We still have to come with a good shot.
Yeah, do or die on the 4.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's 7, right?
You got 7?
No, it's 7 to win.
8 to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got, 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a way to get this out, right? I just have to hit it from under here somehow.
Yeah, that one's pretty far out, as far as if you wanna get it out, but because that 12's there, this might actually get the 12 out if you hit it.
That's what I was wondering, because sure I could play shape on the 12, but if I miss it, I'm cooked. If I get under the 5, at least I can prolong things until I gotta play to get the 5 out of there, right?
Well, the 12 is an easy enough bank, and you have a good enough chance to get the perfect angle that you like. They almost just gotta,
Go for the 12 and then deal with the 5.
yeah, of course, if it's super tight one pocket, but that, a lot of guys just never miss that, and they're always playing one pocket.
Right. That is not me.
But it wouldn't be, well, a lot of your top players are just gonna go ahead and bank that.
That needs to be me, but that's not me yet.
Just gonna opt for the 5.
12 plays, I think, but
The 12 banks?
doesn't it?
No, I don't think so. I think you need to get
It's
under
too
here.
close. Oh, you were thinking get below the 12?
Yeah, get
like
below it.
Reverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cause that's a
This
pretty
is
brutal angle.
right.
Unless you can really aim it long and shorten it, but you're working hard when you could've just been right here.
Yeah. That's true. I should have come down.
Then you could've played up like under the 7.
Yeah.
So,
Do I just make your 5 ball? Like hit the 12, make your 5?
yeah, that's not a bad play actually, cause you get the 12 out of there.
Because
Or
I
you
just, yeah,
make the 5 and use it, and then go into the 12.
yeah,
Either one.
right. With pace to try to get it around. I don't know how much
Yeah, maybe
we can
just
get
put
out
it,
of
bank it up to where the 7 is and stun the cue ball here so it stays here.
Make it your problem.
Yeah.
I think I'm figuring it out.
That's a little fat.
Yeah.
But for a guy who hasn't played one pocket, dude, I've never
I think
seen
I'll-
anybody play this good.
I think I'll get there.
That's my pocket, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, well, you probably need 2.
I need 2, you need 1.
Okay. Okay. With the old, Bugs Rucker bank spin,
Yeah, you'll have to like, yeah,
extreme outside.
reverse out, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that, huh?
Nice touch.
Almost. Boy, that English took.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is I was hitting them up into here, and they were sort of like curving off in a weird way.
Kick up under with high right, so you hit it full that way and back it towards your side, and leave the cue ball down here.
You don't want to cross this
Well, because,
because it's so thin. You're not going to get much.
not because it's so thin, but because it's a strong risk of a double kiss right here.
Because you're shooting towards the pocket. Right?
Yeah, because
It's
there's.
so gonna, yeah, the amount of travel. I see. So kick into it, and then
And bank, kick bank, ball up this way and stick the cue ball up there.
yeah, okay.
That's why the right, so you can come into it from that way.
Makes sense.
Were you trying to do that?
No, I came into it too thin.
Yeah. I was thinking, high right and just go right into it.
Okay.
So the cue ball sticks, that's why you wanna come in this way. To send that ball up that way, I just hold the cue ball.
Okay, I don't know how to do that.
You can do that after the game.
Will you give me a chance to do it again?
This one you can avoid the double kiss.
It's because it's close enough. So I should just cross this then, right? And then send the cue ball back here.
Yeah, just play pocket speed. Almost had it. I could try to bank that. If I could avoid it just real thin. Only thing is, coming right towards the 7, I could sell out. I could hit the 7 and bank it towards your hole. So I'm gonna try to miss the 7.
Okay.
Just hit it real thin. And don't scratch. A little dangerous.
So I should just kick into the 12 right, short rail first.
Yeah, now here's where you might wanna try that high right again. High right,
Full into
go
the 12.
full into the 12, yeah, leave the cue ball down there. Actually, it was good for the 12.
Yeah. It's not the cue ball I wanted.
Yeah, a little fuller, but that gets the ball out good. We almost left the 2 rail bank, but not quite. More of a 4 rail bank back to that hole. Turned out pretty good. Yeah, I'm just gonna play off the 12 real thin, put you down here. Oops,
12 ball.
got real lucky.
Ball and 12 ball. Okay.
Play off that point, but there could be a scratch there.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah, that would be reckless.
Yeah, it moves at 12 the right way, but I don't know about.
Can you double
Is there
bank
a
it, or is that point there? Yeah, it looks like point here.
It's too tight.
The 3 railer.
Yeah, just at least to send it the right direction. I don't know how to do those.
Well, yeah, as long as you don't hit the cue ball, you could just slowly fade the cue ball in here, send the 7 down here.
It's experimental for me. I don't practice these.
Yeah, see if you can get the cue ball near the end rail. And don't hit it hard enough to get the 7 back over here.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've got no architecture for this.
gonna say, the only thing is, you don't wanna make the 7 in the side, cause then it's pots.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Right? So
But
you
I mean,
just-
as long as the cue ball's good, it's gonna really challenge you to make a long spot shot.
Here I could just go for the hard bank in the corner, hit it straight. And, if it doesn't go, it'll come back up table.
Pretty safe, right? That's pretty safe.
Yeah, other than leaving you the bank.
Which I have to go for. Shapes the 7 too, theoretically.
Yeah, that's pretty safe.
You go at this with a high ball. High outside,
Well, it depends, yeah, if are you doing like pocket speed?
probably, right? Because I want to stay above the 7.
Yeah, I would do that, yeah, try to leave on the rail over there. Where you could, at least you could still cut the 7. Very nice.
At least just go for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no cue ball risk here.
Just pocket speed.
Yeah, because worst case, you keep it down there.
Yeah. All right, nice, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun, man. I gotta do that one. There's so much missing for me. There's like a lot of knowledge that I just don't have.
Well, it looks like you're doing pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You talk me through it.
Yeah, no, I don't, that's what I'm here for. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you this drill, you talked about cue ball.